If you've been looking at housing prices lately and thinking, wow, how can anyone afford a home nowadays? Well, you're definitely not alone. But if you look closely at the upcoming October 2026 BTO exercise, there are specific projects designed to give your wallet a serious chance. In this video, I'm going to discuss what are the affordable standard flats that are being offered in October. They might be further out from town in terms of location, but they do offer something that plus and premium flats cannot, which is a typical standard restrictions. So these flats coming with the typical 5-year MOP, no government subsidy clawbacks, and you can rent out the whole flat after MOP to get some passive income. Well, objectively, you might not hit the $1 million lottery on the resale market with these flats, but they are solid options and highly realistic way to put a roof over your head as soon as possible and start your property journey right away. So, I have reviewed the lineup of October BTO one by one, and in my prediction, these are the budget options: Sembawang, Tengah, and Yishun. Let's start by discussing Yishun first. So, if you're a big fan of the Yishun town and you want to live within walking distance to the Khatib MRT station, then this project might be just right for you. So, this is a mega project, consists of 1,580 units of 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room, and also 5-room flats. In terms of on-site facilities, unfortunately, it will only offer 2 preschools, but not to worry because in the surrounding BTO projects, there are more on-site facilities, so you can just walk over there. Based on the location, this project seems to be part of the Chencharu precinct transformation. So this area has been one of the focus area for HDB's northern expansion. As far as I remember, HDB has rolled out at least 4 BTO projects in the past several years. And because Chencharu is considered a non-central and also up-and-coming heartland hub, all projects here have been classified under the standard model, which means that they carry no subsidy clawback at all and just follow the typical 5-year MOP. And this particular project, I think it will be classified as standard as well. I don't see this being classified as plus or prime lah, cannot. If you are wondering how much this project would be, let's look at the examples from past BTO projects. So when Chencharu Hills was launched back in June 2024, a 4-room flats here were being offered starting from $279,000 up to $346,000, and this is excluding grant. If you want 5-room, the price starts from $407,000 up to $496,000. And then when the next BTO project at Chencharu was being introduced, which is Chencharu Grove in October 2025, unfortunately the price actually increased. So for example, for a 4-room flat, the price starts from $350,000 up to $430,000, and 5-room being offered more than $500,000 because the price starts from $501,000 until $587,000. So the price did increase in less than 1 year time. And then in the very recent Chencharu BTO launch, Chencharu Green for a 4-room flat was being offered at $324,000 up to $395,000. So if you compare between prices for Chencharu Grove versus Chencharu Green, interestingly, actually the price dropped a bit. It's really amazing. If I don't look at the data, I also would not believe, but seriously, the price actually dropped. So let me show you side by side so that you can see that I am just talking about facts. So as you can see for Chencharu Grove, for 4-room flat, the price starts from $350,000. And then when Chencharu Green coming in, the price starts from $324,000 for a 4-room flat. So I think this is a good sign because this actually indicates that HDB do want to make sure that the flats remains affordable for most Singaporean families, at least for these standard flats. And for Chencharu Fines, the price even lower than that because as you can see for Chencharu Fines, 4-room flat starts from $316,000 up to $380,000, while 5-room flat starts from $447,000 up to $523,000. Now, what will be the price for the upcoming BTO project in October? I think just to be conservative, let's just assume that the prices will be somewhere similar with Chencharu Green, I would say, because we cannot expect the price to drop even further, right? Because realistically, with the global economic situation nowadays, there are a lot of uncertainties with tariffs and then inflation, etc. So I think if HDB are able to manage the prices to be flat, that's already reasonable. But again, remember that the prices that I'm showing is before grant. So if let's say you are eligible for grant, then you can even secure a flat for even cheaper price. Another thing that is good with Chencharu is because it is part of HDB's focus to really transform this area. There are going to be a lot of amenities. So even though this Chencharu BTO in October doesn't have a lot of on-site facilities, again, you can simply just walk over to the other BTO projects for shopping options, hawker center, etc. Plus, it is a short walking distance away to Khatib MRT station, so you can just easily travel to work, to school, or anywhere you want. Now let's talk about the next project, which is in Tengah. So it's been a while since we had a new BTO project in the Tengah area. For some people, when you hear about Tengah, probably the perception is that, oh, the area is still very underdeveloped. But actually, if we are being objective and look at the reality, things have improved a lot. So why am I saying that? Because actually HDB already started rolling out BTO in this Tengah area since 2018, such as Plantation Grove, and then they have Garden Vines, Park Residences, etc. So in total, there are like 20 something BTO, so a lot. And because they have been focusing on this area for a very long time, the first batch of Tengah residents actually already collected the keys to their BTO flats in August 2023, which means that now in 2026, obviously, there are already more amenities in Tengah area because already like 2 or 3 years, right? And considering the construction time for this BTO, let's say if you collect your keys in 2029 or 2030, then the amenities and accessibility must be much better by then. For example, Tengah Plantation MRT station and also Tengah Park MRT station are scheduled to be completed by 2028, which means that by the time that you collect your keys, these two MRT stations should be operational already. Now, if we discuss the BTO project itself, as you can see, this is like actually a medium-sized project because it will only come with 710 units. But even though it's only medium scale, as you can see, it has a full offering of the different flat types. It has 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room, 5-room, and 3-gen. I think the only thing missing is CCA. Other than that, everything is here. Another thing that I like about this project is even though the project is not very big, but interestingly, the on-site facilities is quite good because it will have an eating house, a mini mart, several shops, preschool, as well as kidney dialysis center. And if we look at the map, there are going to be quite a lot of amenities nearby. So for example, there will be a health and medical center next door. I think it will be a polyclinic. That's my assumption. And then just across the street, there's a school nearby. And then after that, you also see there's an upcoming park, sports and recreation center. There's also a proposed church as well. So the area indeed is being developed very rapidly. However, I just would like to be very transparent that if you look at the map, unfortunately, this land plot is next to the Pan Island Expressway. So meaning that you need to be very careful with your unit selection because if you live next to the expressway, there will be a lot of challenges that comes with it, such as dust, noise, and also it might impact your potential resale value down the line. So those are the things that you need to be mindful of. Now let's talk about pricing. Because there have been like 20 something BTO projects, right? It's too long if we discuss one by one. So what would make sense would be just to refer to the latest BTO price that were launched in Tengah area, which were Plantation Edge 1 and 2. So these two BTO projects has the exact same price, where 2-room flexi is being offered starting from $114,000, 3-room starts from $232,000, 4-room starts from $353,000 up to $418,000, while 5-room flat starts from $460,000 up to $568,000. But again, Plantation Edge 1 and 2 was launched back in October 2023. So do expect the price to be maybe slightly elevated. I would say maybe incremental, about like 5 to 7% maybe. We'll see how it goes. And next up, let's talk about everybody's favorite town, which is Sembawang. This is another land plot being released in the Sembawang North area. In fact, HDB has been launching several BTO projects in the past several years. So as you can see, HDB has been really focusing on ramping up the supply in this area. Well, maybe that's a telltale sign that the Sembawang shipyard transformation will be pushing through. And I hope that it does because it will bring a lot of vibrancy to the area, more amenities, shopping options, etc. And hopefully there will be a new MRT station in the area as well. Now this project is another mega project because it will have more than 1,300 units. In terms of offering, it will have 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room, and also 5-room flats. And in terms of on-site facilities, it's also quite good because it will have an eating house, a supermarket, several shops, and also a preschool. And if we look at the map, there's a proposed park nearby, and you can also just walk across the street to go to the nearest primary school, so that's good. However, with the situation right now, indeed, this project is quite far from any MRT station. You would need to rely on feeder bus, unless there's a new MRT station with the Sembawang shipyard transformation lah. But at the moment, it's not being announced yet. Comment down below if you already know about the upcoming MRT station. Another thing that I would like to highlight about this project is because there have been so much supply in the Sembawang area in the past several years, I'm predicting that the competition level for this project will be very manageable because HDB offered mega project in Sembawang area back to back. So if you're keen to secure an affordable flat as soon as possible, then Sembawang might be just for you. Now let's talk about estimated pricing by using the latest Sembawang BTO project as a reference. So Sembawang Portico was launched in June 2026, and as you can see, 4-room flat price starts from $320,000 up to $437,000. Of course, this is before any grant, while 5-room starts from $465,000 up to $579,000. Now, another project which is Sembawang Brook is being offered at even lower price, and this is actually quite puzzling for me because these two projects are literally side by side. But somehow Sembawang Brook was cheaper because a 4-room flat here was being offered starting from $302,000 up to $428,000. 5-room flat here starts from $420,000 up to $571,000. So those are the affordable or budget option in the upcoming October 2026 BTO launch. Let me know which town that you think has the best offering and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.